The latest report from the White House Coronavirus Task Force says Missouri should close bars and require masks statewide to decrease transmission of COVID-19.
That report came out Saturday. Governor Mike Parson has resisted calls for a mask mandate. Groups like the Missouri Nurses Association, though, have been calling for a mask mandate as far back as July to stop the upward curve of coronavirus cases.
Science is showing that wearing a mask is slowing the spread. So if people are wearing masks out in public, if people are wearing masks when they go into a restaurant, and restaurants are properly setting up their tables for good social distancing between the customers, if businesses begin making people wear a mask when they come into their stores, our state can get back to normal.
34 states, including Kansas, have issued some form of a mask requirement.
Missouri is reporting 1,600 new cases. The state has had more than 1,000 cases a day over the past 10 days. Kansas is reporting 1,200 cases since Wednesday. The state will start disclosing the locations of coronavirus clusters beginning next week. And as for positivity rates, Missouri is up to 13.9% of tests coming back positive. The rate in Kansas is at 17.3%. The national average is 5.5%. Starting tomorrow, officials in the Blue Valley School District say high school athletes will be allowed to resume activities. District officials say data through the end of the day on Wednesday shows they are in the yellow zone set by the Kansas State Department of Education's gating criteria. The district is limiting competition to only other schools in the Kansas City metro area.
It's been 7 months now since the coronavirus was labeled an international emergency by the World Health Organization. Today, doctors at the University of Kansas Health System were asked if there's anything they wish they'd known earlier this year. One doctor says she wishes she'd known about the importance of wearing a mask early on.
I saw in my own grandmother who lives alone how isolated she was at the beginning. Because we were so diligent about keeping her very isolated. So I think I wish I would have known how effective masks are in keeping people safe, and then we probably could have integrated her back into our family a little bit sooner.
Dr. Barlow, what would you say in answer to that question?
Dr. Steven Stites, who leads the briefing, says he wishes that he would have known that mask wearing would become such a political issue, and added that he is disappointed that it has.
The economy is continuing its steady recovery. A new report shows 1.4 million jobs were added in August. KMBC 9's Matt Pritchard is in Washington.
Economists are holding back their optimism, thrilled to see job gains, but also recognizing the mass amount of uncertainty that remains. The August jobs report a bit of a mixed bag.
Things are improving, but we're still in a big hole.
1.4 million jobs added, unemployment falling from 10.2% to 8.4%. And even still, only half of the 22 million jobs lost since March have been recovered.
The pace of job gains is slowing. Job gains in August were slower than job gains in July, and were much slower than job gains in June.
Heidi Sherholtz says that's due to a slowdown in laid-off employees returning to work and some temporary furloughs turning permanent.
We've got back about half of the jobs we lost, but there's still the other half. And there's a lot of hardship out there.
Now, that subdued optimism is shared by White House advisors.
There's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of folks to help.
With President Trump contending the rebound is well underway.
You're going to see tremendous growth in the very near future.
Now, Joe Biden sees a different situation playing out, targeting President Trump's response during the pandemic.
But that kind of recovery requires leadership. Leadership we didn't have and still don't have.
And meanwhile, economists say the burden rests on Congress, urging them to break their stalemate and pass added stimulus.
What choices they make in the next few months really will be the difference between the economy having 10 million more or fewer jobs than we do.
Now, Congress is set to return from August recess next week, but so far the two sides remain divided on how much to spend and what to include in another round of relief. In Washington, I'm Matt Pritchard reporting.
One more job report is set to be released ahead of the presidential election. One of the area's largest churches will resume in-person worship on October 4th. United Methodist Church of the Resurrection suspended in-person services in March. The church will require masks. Rows and seats will be blocked off to ensure social distancing. No bulletins or offering plates will be distributed, and the sanctuary will be cleaned between services. Reservations will also be required. The Mid-Continent Public Libraries would need 14th branch is closed due to a COVID-19 case. The closure includes the branch's book drop. The library on Northeast Flintlock Road immediately closed after a staff member tested positive. Staffers who were potentially exposed will be screened before going back to work.